ready for work? What do you think there, baby dog? Huh? You gonna do a little doggy dance for daddy? You gonna do a little doggy dance? Let's see you do the doggy dance. No? Alright, push over. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Push on over. We got work to do here today. Let's go. Come on. Truck's been in the garage, so it's warm. Alright, let's go. She's a looker, mama. She's a looker. Look at her look at me. Yo, she thinks I'm a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken, yo. Yo, look at her go, yo. She's a looker, mama. She's a looker. It's baby the dog, man. She's next level, mama. She's next level. Alright, guys, on this job here, I'm gonna go winterize a hydronic system. I'm gonna put glycol in the hydronic system. This guy's gonna be winterizing this house, and he's got 4 hydro air coils in this house. This house did have heat pumps at one time, but they just put heating coils in front of the air handlers for the heating. So it's an oil-fired boiler. I'm gonna drain all the water out of it. I'm gonna pump glycol in it. So I'll try to get you some shots if I can. It's a little dark and dingy down here, but it's kind of a crawl space type of place. But I can stand up in there. But it's, you know, it's not a full cellar type of thing. Try to give you guys some shots. She's a looker, mama. She's a looker. Alright guys, so I got 3 zones here. I got 3 purge stations. I just shut the boiler off. It's an oil-fired boiler, but oil or gas, it don't matter. You can see there's 3 air handlers with hydronic coils in the front of them. That's how they did it. So for me to do it properly, I got to antifreeze, you know, the whole system, the hydronic system, because of the coils. So, and then once I get this all glycol in this system, then I could have the water shut off and blow all the water lines out. But I get it off here. I'll have to crack that backflow preventer and get the water out of it when I do that part of it. But this should have a check valve in it, so the water feeder. So let me get my shit hooked up on this drain here and drain this boiler out, and then I'll show you how I put the glycol in it. I don't see any leaks anywhere, so I'm ready to rock and roll. I don't know how long it's been since he's had it cleaned. It's probably been a while. But it's going to be off. He's going to shut it off. I'm going to winterize this house. You can see it's a crawl space. I'm kind of on my knees down here, so electric water heater over there. Let's see what we can do. Alright, I got my transfer pump here now. What I do is I hook up to the drain. When I stop pumping in, it's going to go in that way. So that's the way I hook it up. So I don't have to worry about taking that off again. And this primes that pump with the water being drained out. What I'm doing is I'm draining this boiler all the way down. Okay. And I got 3 hoses here hooked up to my purge stations, which I'll shut these valves off after. I took the high vent off to let air in to drain the boiler. I got a transfer bucket here that has antifreeze in it that I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to put this hose there. See how it's got a little end on it? I'm going to put that hose on that pump after. And I'll be sucking out of that bucket with the pump. And I'll also be draining the air into the bucket. And then what I'll do is, as I need antifreeze, I just dump it in there from these. I got 15 gallons. I probably got like 3 gallons. There's 18. And I got another 5 gallon in the truck, so there's quite a bit of water already inside them hydronic coils, them 3 coils. So I can't get all the water out anyway. So we'll run it. We'll put this 18 gallons in there, and then we'll check it. We'll see what it is. We'll give it the old chooch. We'll check the chooch, mama. We'll check it and see what it's good for with this. You can check the antifreeze level with this little tool, so that's what we're going to do. Right now I'm draining the boiler out. And then we'll give it the old Gundy, mama. I'm going to give it the old Gundy, mama. It's going to be next level. But this is a transfer bucket. It's got antifreeze in it already from another job, so I usually save it. We'll use that as a transfer bucket. And I also saved 5 gallons of water in case I need it, you know, to add into the bucket. So here it's draining over there in the pit. Wait until it's drained all the way, and then we'll start to put it in. Like I said, I'm going to put antifreeze in the hydronic system because of the hydro air coils. You can't get the water out of them. Never get the water out of them, they'll freeze. And this house is going to be winterized anyway, so once I do the hydronic part, then I can call for the water department and do the rest. Now, on that, the water I got off here going in, I did crack that big nut there on the backflow preventer. There should be a check valve inside that feeder right there. There should be a check valve in that feeder. So I'm not too worried about that right now. 3 zones. One part per million. And my little seal detector in my pocket here, and just kind of make sure it's safe for me to operate down here. That's fine. It's reading 10 pounds and it's not even in there, so I got another one in the truck. Pretty sure. I took it right out of the boiler. It was a tight spot, but see if I can get another one out of the truck. No good, mama. No good, mama. Boiler's all drained. I'll put this high vent back in over here. I'll get a new tridicator out of the truck. Might be a longer one, but I'm not really too worried about it as long as it works. I got them in the truck. Got them in the ice cream truck, mama. Steve's a working man, mama. See if I get something out of the truck here. It's the baby dog. Gonna do the dance. The little doggy dance. Gonna do the little doggy dance. Gonna do the little doggy dance. Oh yeah, you're all excited, huh? Oh yeah. I should have one in here somewhere. Gonna dig deep, mama. Gonna dig deep. Here we go. Try the Kita. 2.5 inch shank. I got different size ones in here. So if it sticks out a little bit, well, I give a shit. Oh, this is a good one right here. That's the one I want. It's a shorty. That should work. Oh yeah. We'll save the box. It's the little baby dog. It's the little baby dog. There she is, man. There she is. The little baby dog. Alright, I'll be back. Let's see you do a dance. Let's see you do a dance there. Let's see you do the little doggy dance, mama. Come on, let's see you do it. Come on. No? Do a little doggy dance. Come on. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I got the new gauge in there. We'll get started with I'll get the pump set up and I'll get you some shots. Alright guys, so I got my 3 hoses coming down into this transfer bucket. I got the suction from the pump coming out of the transfer bucket. So we're going to pump out of this through the pump in the return, into the drain there, into the return of the boiler. We can't come back to return because all the pumpings, the purge stations are off. So we're going to go up through the supplies. They're just check valves. There's no zone valves because it's got individual circulators for each zone. So we're going to come out of the bucket, into the pump, into the boiler, up through the zones one at a time and come back to return. Can't go into the boiler because the purge station's off, and we're going to dump the air and transfer it all right here. So this is what we're going to do, all our transfer. Now I can't get all the water out of the coils. So there's quite a bit of water in all them coils in the piping already. So I think I'm going to be good. I'm just going to add the 15 gallons or the 18 gallons, and we'll check the chooch after we're done. So that's what's going to. It'll be a little noisy when I get the pump running, but I'll try to give you some shots. All right, so we'll turn the pump on. Like I said, we're going to be pulling out of the bucket here. I got my little switch right here for the pump. I'm going to open one of these purge stations. I just got one purge station open right now. This one purge station open right now, so all the returns are off. So it's going up into the boiler, going up through, and it's going to come back. The purge station's here. Gotta watch out the hoses don't blow out of the bucket too, so. Oil is still filling up. Here comes the air now. You can see the air coming out now, so. Running some more. antifreeze in there either, you know. Mixed good, you know. See how it starts to change color again now? It's starting to mix. You know, 35% antifreeze or something like that. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want too much. See how it's all nice and pink now? I'm going to go through all the zones. We'll shut this one off. We'll open this one up. We'll go through all the zones again. Check what's in the bucket after we're all done. We'll be able to see what our rating is. Probably going to be pretty high, so. Let's make sure that there's no air in that leg. So again, we're coming out of the bucket, in the pump, in the bottom of the boiler, up the supply, through the coil, coming back. The return out the hose. It can't go back in the boiler because it's off here with the purge valves. These are purge stations, so then it's coming out of here and the air is dumping in the bucket here and getting mixed. So, you know, as we go through the boiler, through the supply back to return, we're getting a good flow. You know, get rid of all the air. This is a transfer of purge bucket here. And I'm getting kind of low there on my chooch. That's good. What we'll have to do is we'll have to shut the supply, shut that off, and shut this off at the same time. So we don't want to build up too much pressure in the boiler either. So, and then we'll put the water back to it after we're done, just in case. Shut this one off. This one's already opened a little bit. So we never want to shut these off. You never want to shut these off and have the pump running, because then you build up too much pressure. You blow the relief valve. Hopefully you guys can hear this video. It's not going to be too loud. I got my pump right here, you know. But I put in a 15, and I had probably a couple of gallons in there mixed stuff. So about 17 gallons. That's a good dose. Probably like 33%. You see green? Green is Green means okay here. If this was yellow, it'd be no good. See it? So I shut that off and these off at the same time, so I'm off here. We're ready to rock and roll. We'll check what the chooch is here. I don't know if you can see the scale to the right, but I'm about 33%. That's perfect. I'll put a little bit on the glass here. A little bit of antifreeze. And I'm good with that. That's not going to be an issue freezing in this house. Looks like 33% to me. Like 33%. Like I said, don't forget, I was adding water in this, and as this thing works, the chooch should probably come up a little bit because I put a lot of antifreeze in the boiler, so I'm good with that. So I'm ready to rock and roll here with this thing now. Back at AFG. Yeah, she's not choked up, that's for sure. So I got the date there. We should be ready to rock and roll with this thing. All I gotta do now is call the water department and winterize the rest of the house, but I'll try to get a video on that if I can. A little dead mouse there, looks like. Alright guys, so if you look at that house, all them hydronic coils are in the basement. So even if I winterize this whole house and there's no heat in the house, it ain't gonna get that cold down in that basement anyway. So that 33-35% antifreeze is gonna be adequate for this house. I've done a lot of them, and that's usually what I shoot for. It's usually I never have an issue with anything splitting. So next thing I had to do is call the water department, have this water shut off, and blow all the water lines out. And then this thing will be ready to rock and roll. It's getting a little late in the season, but I'm going to get right on it. The baby dog is working again, Mama. Next level.